Let's get to our morning business report. A new survey shows how much nursing home care in our state can cost.
And some Americans are changing their summer grilling members because of beef prices. So Channel 3's Jane King live at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and much more. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Tracy. Caitlin, good morning. Yes, Americans still firing up the barbecue this summer, but high beef prices have them trading down to cheaper meats like chicken or pork or turkey. Now, Nielsen retail data shows ground beef is up 14% year over year. And Axios reports meat producers say shoppers are gravitating toward pre-marinated pork, ready-to-cook burgers, grill kits, and mid-tier beef cuts that offer more value and convenience. Well, the median annual cost of a nursing home in Connecticut is $182,000, or about $15,000 a month. That was the fifth most expensive among states. The visual capitalist says labor shortages and an aging population are pushing long-term care costs sharply higher nationwide. And Walmart getting into the restaurant delivery game. Some Spark delivery workers now field orders from in-store restaurants like McDonald's. It's the latest expansion for Walmart's delivery options. And the Dow closed above 51,000 on Friday as stocks just continue their rally. Traders have been ignoring the Middle East and focusing instead on growth led by AI. And today, we're looking at a higher start. Dow's set to open at more than 100 points higher. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.